Did you know there are places on this planet so beautiful they make you doubt your own eyes? Some places on this list have existed for 4,500 years. Some appear for exactly 2 weeks each year. And there is one place, you can only see it if you stand in the right spot at the right time on this earth. This world is so vast, yet our time is limited. If tomorrow were your last trip, would you choose to stand amidst the white snow of the Alps or watch a fiery red sunset over the sea in Bali? Don't let your life be just a loop from home to the office. Today, I will lead you across 5 continents to discover 15 legendary landmarks that you absolutely must set foot on before leaving this world. Trust me, position number 1 will make you want to book a flight immediately. Let's begin. Location 15, the Northern Lights in Norway. The sky is on fire, and no one has called the firefighters. Aurora Borealis, curtains of green, purple, and pale violet dancing across the Arctic sky. Scientists can explain it. Solar particles hitting the Earth's magnetic field at 45 million kilometers per hour. But standing outside in minus 20 degrees, watching the sky rearrange itself above you? No explanation is enough. Tromsø, Norway. The best place on Earth to see this. Twist. The aurora creates sound. Location 14, whale watching in Iceland. You stand on the boat looking up. The whale looks back at you. The waters of Iceland are home to 23 species of whales, humpback whales, minke whales, even occasionally blue whales. The largest creature to ever exist on Earth, 30 meters long and weighing 200 tons. Standing on a small boat in the middle of the Arctic Ocean, watching a humpback whale breach out of the sea and then crash down, you will be reset to zero. Nothing can prepare you for that sense of scale. Twist. Blue whales communicate at such low frequencies that humans cannot hear them. Location 13, Christmas in New York. The city that never sleeps. Imagine this. You stand at Rockefeller Center, 8 p.m., temperature 2 degrees below zero, and above you, a 22-meter Norway spruce with 50,000 bulbs just lit up. New York at Christmas is not just a place, it's a feeling. The smell of roasted chestnuts on Fifth Avenue, ice is skating at the feet of skyscrapers, windows displays that took 6 months to design. Unbelievable. The Rockefeller tree consumes enough electricity to power a small town for an entire day. Twist. The tree comes from a different state each year. The search begins in October. Thousands of trees are considered. Only one is chosen. Location 12, cherry blossom season in Japan. You have exactly 14 days. Miss it? Wait another year. Every spring, Japan turns pink. Not a metaphor, literally pink. Thousands of sakura trees explode. And the window to see them? 2 weeks, maximum. The Japanese have their own word, hanami, flower viewing. They plan all year for this moment, tracking the cherry blossom forecast like watching the weather. Walking through a tunnel of falling pink petals at Philosopher's Path, Kyoto? No camera can capture that exact moment. Twist. Scientists predict climate change will push the blooming season earlier each decade. What you see now, 50 years later, it will not be like this. Location 11, summer on the French Riviera. This is where the whole world comes to be seen. Nice. Cannes, Monaco, Saint-Tropez. These names are not just places, they are an idea of luxury. The French Riviera stretches 115 kilometers along the Mediterranean coast. The water is so blue it doesn't look real. Fantastic food. And the light, golden, warm, never fading, is why Picasso and Matisse refused to leave. Crazy statistic, Monaco has the highest density of millionaires per square kilometer on Earth. Twist, the legendary blue of the Côte d'Azur. Painters and photographers to this day still haven't fully replicated it. Location 10, autumn in Edinburgh, Scotland. A city that feels like it was built inside a fairy tale. Edinburgh in autumn is something else entirely. Leaves turn red and gold. Fog rolls in from the North Sea, and towering above it all, a real medieval castle, lit up at night, standing on a 340 million-year-old volcanic rock. Walk the Royal Mile, drink something warm in a pub that has been open since the 1400s, and look out at Arthur's Seat, an ancient volcano right in the heart of the city. The mystery is, Edinburgh has more mysterious underground streets and tunnels than almost any city in Europe. Twist. Some underground vaults haven't seen sunlight since the 18th century. Location 9. Winter in the Swiss Alps. The silence here will scare you, then it will heal you. Zermatt, Verbier, St. Moritz. In winter, the Swiss Alps become something supernatural. The Matterhorn, 4,478 meters of vertical rock, turns white. Ski slopes disappear into the clouds. And at night, in a car-free village, the stars are so bright they look fake. Unbelievable. Switzerland has over 7,000 kilometers of marked ski runs. You could ski for years without repeating a single one. Twist. Zermatt has banned cars since 1898. The only permitted vehicles are electric. The air here is cleaner than anywhere in Europe. Location 8. The Pyramids of Giza, Egypt. Built 4,500 years ago, to this day we still don't fully know how they did it. The Pyramid of Khufu was the tallest man-made structure on Earth for 3,800 years. 2.3 million stone blocks. Each block weighs an average of 2.5 tons. Built without modern machinery, standing at the base of the pyramid, you feel small in a way that is very hard to describe. Not fear, but awe. Whatever problems you carry with you when you get here, they become very small. Twist. Hidden chambers are still being discovered. In 2023, a secret corridor was confirmed inside. No one knows where it leads yet. Location 7. Sunset on Bali Beach. The sun here doesn't set, it performs. Bali sunsets have a reputation for a reason. The sky turns every shade of orange and red. Silhouettes of palm trees and Hindu temples cut against the horizon. And everything. The water, the sand, the faces around you glows. Tanah Lot Uluwatu, Seminyak Beach. The light here at 6 p.m. is unlike anywhere else on Earth. Photographers fly halfway around the globe just to have this 1 hour. Twist. Bali has more than 20,000 temples. This island holds religious offerings almost every day of the year. Location 6. Safari in Kenya. You see a lion and realize you were never at the top of the food chain. Masai Mara. Each year, 1.5 million wildebeest migrate across the savannah in what scientists call the greatest wildlife spectacle on Earth. Lions, elephants, leopards, cheetahs, all in one view, but nothing prepares you for that silence. Sunrise in the Mara, the grass turns gold. A lion yawns 10 meters away from you, and you realize this planet was not created just for us. Twist. The wildebeest migration is so large it is visible from space. Location 5. Tulip fields in the Netherlands. 7 million flowers in a row. Your brain cannot process this. Every April, the Keukenhof region of the Netherlands explodes in color. 7 million tulips planted in perfect rows. Red, yellow, purple, white, stretching to the horizon. It looks like an overpainted picture. Seen from a drone, it looks alien. And in person on the ground, the scent alone is worth the flight. Twist. In 1637, a rare tulip bulb sold for the price equivalent to a house on the Amsterdam Canal. Tulip mania was the first economic bubble in human history. Location 4. Bangkok Floating Market. A supermarket with no walls, no floors, and no Wi-Fi. Dam Noan Saduak. Ampawa. 5 a.m. Wooden boats piled high with tropical fruits, steaming fried noodles, fresh coconuts, pushed through narrow canals by vendors who have done this for generations. The scent hits you first, then the noise, then the colors. Chaos. Vibrant. This is the most human-breathing market you will ever see. Twist. Many vendors are 70 to 80 years old. Some markets have operated continuously for over 200 years without interruption. Location 3. The Sahara Desert. The largest hot desert on Earth, and it is completely alive. 9.2 million square kilometers. If the Sahara were a country, it would be the third largest country on Earth. Temperatures can reach 58 degrees Celsius, but there are still scorpions, fennec foxes, ancient cave paintings, and humans who have called this home for 10,000 years. Sleeping in a tent under the Sahara sky with no light pollution, it is one of the most disorienting and majestic experiences a human can have. The Milky Way is not a concept here. It is the ceiling. Twist. The Sahara was once lush green. 10,000 years ago, there were lakes, rivers, hippos, and crocodiles here. Cave paintings are the proof. Location 2, Maldives beaches. The most beautiful waters on Earth, and they are disappearing. The Maldives, 1,200 islands. The water is so transparent that you can see the seabed from 30 meters up. Bioluminescent plankton make the waves glow blue at night. Overwater bungalows with floors made of glass. This is the most visually beautiful place on Earth by almost every measure. And here is the scary part. At the current rate of sea level rise, 80% of the Maldives will be underwater by 2100. Twist. The Maldivian government once held a cabinet meeting underwater, literally, to call attention to the climate crisis. A nation fighting for its existence. The final location, let's come to the story that being seen from space is a myth. But this wall is so large it has changed the microclimate and local rainfall in the area, which is the Great Wall of China. Built by millions of hands over 2,000 years, you feel every single one of them. 21,196 kilometers. That is the total length of the Great Wall, stretching through mountains, deserts, and plains. An estimated 400,000 people died during construction and were buried right within the wall. Standing on the Mutianyu or Jinshanling section at sunrise, fog in the valley below, the wall winding endlessly in both directions, is one of those moments where everything else fades away. You are standing on human history manifested into physical form, and no image or video, nothing comes close to actually standing there. So we've just finished exploring 15 legendary destinations, from hauntingly beautiful places to locations that seem like they belong in a fairy tale world. Which place was your favorite, and which one would you most want to visit from the list above? What are you waiting for? Go book that plane ticket now.